Yo, what is going what's going on, guys? Good morning, and happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. What's good, KP? What's good, guys? What's going on? All right. So, today's market open. Surprisingly, we don't have too much of a setup. Yeah, at least. In a way, we are getting more of a fair value gap here. By the way, guys, let me know if my mic gets muted or not. Um, for some reason, sometimes every time I start up the screen share in the morning, it mutes. So just let me know. Let me know. All right. No, you're not muted. Okay, cool. Let me know now that I started the screen share. Let me see. All good. Perfect. All right. So, yeah, coming to market open. Honestly, I want to maybe see a reaction off this 5 minute fair value gap after we swept this internal high up here. Um, but today I kind of want to be a little bit more picky with my setups and kind of just wait this one out a little bit. Obviously this is more of a open where we're not getting too much of a push to either direction. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I do definitely want to give some time, so I'm not gonna take this. But yeah, now one thing that I do want to talk about, guys, is I'm sure you guys saw the announcement yesterday. All right, and I want to talk a little bit more about that while we wait for the setups for today. All right, guys. Now, you guys know, yes, or for those that don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone in here knows, but guys, um, I personally wanna start. I wanna get to the top step leaderboard. You guys know we run up Apex like crazy. Like we're chilling with Apex. You know what I mean? And I really wanna start running Top Step because for those that don't know, Top Step is more community based. All right, Top Step has leaderboards. Top Step has pretty much everything. And I thought about it. I'm like, bro, why don't I try? Not only have I been wanting to add another firm into my how do I say this? How do I say this? Like I want to add another firm to my trading. Like I want to make more pretty much. All right? Now I do have a payout lined up on Apex coming in very soon. But I know I can make a lot more if I also trade Top Step. All right? Now, my main goal behind this, guys, is yesterday I've been noticing that a lot of you guys, okay, you guys know I trade 50K accounts on Apex. All right, but I have them built up. So there's been times where I've taken a few heavy L's, and some people they're like, "Yo, I can't really hold the trade for this long because maybe my buffer is not as much as yours, right?" And my answer to that is typically just don't size as heavy as I do. But obviously, trying to explain that to someone, you know what I mean, is a little bit hard in a way. So what I'm gonna be doing, guys, is starting next Monday, this Monday coming up, I'm going to start stacking up some top step accounts from zero, from evals. All right, or what are they called? I know it's XFAs and combines. Combines. All right. So we'll be starting from combines to XFAs and hopefully maybe even a live account. All right. And my goal behind those accounts is mainly get on that leaderboard. I really want to get on that leaderboard. Usually the top payouts from what I'm seeing is like 50K, 50-ish K a month from Topstep itself. All right. So I think I could do it. Honestly, I think I could do it. So I'm kind of just challenging myself. So not only will it be more of a challenge to me, but it'll also help you guys out because I know a lot of you guys are on PAs, and I know a lot of you guys are also on evals, and some of you guys might have been struggling on evals because maybe the sizing is a little bit you know what I mean, maybe you haven't figured out the sizing, and all that stuff. All right. So here, let me go ahead and put out that I'm live on YouTube really quick, just so I can get this going. Let me see. But yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited. Now here's the thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and there's a reason why I've been talking a little bit slow. Because I want you guys to be joining up the voice chat because I want to get as many reactions as possible. All right. Now, one thing. In fact, let me start. Let me start up the poll real quick because I feel like there's more than enough people. All right. Let me see. Let me me see. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put out a poll real quick. All right. I want you guys to go ahead and react to this poll. What accounts should we trade? Now, if I do want to get on the leaderboard, honestly, there's a really high chance that I'll just go for the 50K accounts. I mean 150K accounts, and the reason for that is the only downside to the 150K accounts is we'll just have to size heavier for the evals, and or for the combines, whatever you want to call it, and that's about it. All right, and the whole reason I want to go for the 150K account is mainly because if you want to see these 50K payouts in 1 month, which would be about 4 payouts in 1 month, you know what I mean, one payout every week for 4 weeks straight. What we need to do is we need a lot of drawdown because we're going to be sizing heavier than usual. So you guys know usually we average out like 400 days, $400 days, $500, maybe even $1,000 days. But if you want to see these this payout, this 50K payout plus, we need to be seeing $3,000-$4,000 days per account. All right, so that's what we're aiming for right now. All right, guys. So I personally, I'm more than likely gonna go for 150K accounts. Now, if I show results, I know a lot of you guys are gonna be voting for 50K accounts because that's what you guys are using. All right, so let me see. Yep, look, not surprised. 50K accounts, 88 votes. All right, so what do you guys want to do? Obviously, I shouldn't even be asking that. Obviously, you guys want a 50K account. So I guess we can also do that. Now, the problem behind 50K accounts is getting to that leaderboard is gonna be pretty complicated, and the reason for that is just because we're not gonna have that the drawdown that we need to actually start sizing heavy. So I'm seeing a lot of 50Ks. The max payout is 5K on a live account. Is that for every account? Actually, the thing with Topstep is they change rules every single day. I didn't even know that was a thing. All right, but yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do 50K, we could definitely do 50Ks then. But yeah, we can run 50Ks. All right. So, what I'm gonna do is the thing is I would copy 50K and 150K together, but the problem is behind that is I'm gonna pass one and the other one's not gonna be halfway done. You know what I'm saying? I might as well just stick to one size and just copy trade all those accounts at the same time. You know what I mean? So let me see. No. I'm not changing anything with my system. But you guys know lately I've been really wanting to add another firm to my trading, so I can make a little bit more money behind the payouts. And Topstep is a name that I've had on my mind for a while. I was gonna do Take Profit Trader, but I read through the rules and I do not like the rules. It might sound like all sunshine and rainbows with daily payouts, but I read more into the rules. It has trailing draw. I don't like any of that. I'm not trying to deal with that. All right, so I'll be sticking for sure to Topstep. All right, guys. So yeah, accounts are 25% off until the 30th. For real? Bet. I was gonna buy them literally after the stream. But yeah, okay. So here's the game plan, guys. All right, and by the way, I am watching the chart on my second monitor. Don't worry, nothing is really happening right now. All right, let me go ahead and put up the chat to the side here. All right, but guys, my plan is gonna be this. All right. Now, one thing I will tell you guys is I don't want you guys to be looking at me like some genius that only wins trades and only passes evals. All right, you guys do know I failed evals. Right? It happens. It happens to everyone. I mean, like I said, I'm not a genius. I don't only win my trades. Shit happens. All right. Let me see this chat real quick. You know, how many days do you plan to pass the challenge? I was actually about to answer that question. All right. So, what I'm gonna be doing, guys, is I'm gonna try. I hate doing evals just because, you know, what I mean, if I'm getting winning trades, I'm really hoping to be making money out of these trades and not passing some sort of a test. I don't like that. All right. So, what I'm gonna be doing, guys, is for these 50K accounts. All right, is I'm gonna try to pass these accounts in 2 trades. You guys know with Topstep we have a 50% consistency rule. All right, meaning that we can only make $1,500 per day, which the profit goal for these accounts is $3,000, and you can only make 50% of that $3,000 before you actually pass the account. All right. So on Topstep, they actually have a feature that when you enter, it will tell you when you set limit orders in the market, it will tell you how much you would sell if you sell at X amount of price. All right. So what I'm planning to do for the combines, since they're only evals, I don't really care if I lose them or not. Um, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to pretty much size heavy on the trade, right? Like let's say for example, I'm entering longs here, right? For example, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a limit order, and I'm gonna see when that limit order says 1500. That's gonna be my price target. So it's either price target or stop loss, right? And we're gonna continue doing that until we pass those evals. All right. That's the current game now. So I'm planning on passing these evals in about 2 days or so. All we need is 2 good trades. All right. Yes, I'll be doing the 50K accounts. It's what you guys want. It's what I'll do. Don't do this dirty. Well, you guys want 50K accounts. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was gonna do yet. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Are you doing trims too? Yeah. Well, I mean, for the combines. I mean, typically for evals, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just try to pass the evals as fast as I can. I don't like doing evals. I don't think anyone does. I mean, the whole point of trading is to get paid for the charts. I'm not trying to stay on a test phase for like a whole week or 2 weeks. All right. Will you be starting the combine on Monday? Yes. All right, guys. So here's the game plan. All right. Once again, I want my risk reward to be minimum 1 to 2. All right. And like I said, guys, do not look look at me as some genius that only passes and only gets payouts and only does this and only. I take losses too. All right. So I'm gonna be journaling how many accounts it takes us for us to actually get that passed. It shouldn't really take us too much because realistically, all we need is 2 trades that kind of just hit the price target, and that's about it. All right. So realistically, I want to be sizing 2 minis per account. Because I feel like with 2 minis per account, let me see. Hold on. Futures calculator profit. Okay. So if we do, let me see. Where's MNQ? Oh, yeah. Okay. So if we do 2 minis, right, and we get like a 50 point 50 point trade, right? Because usually that's what we get, right, guys? We get like 45, 50 points on the a normal day, maybe 100 points on a good day. All right. So what we're gonna be doing here is, let's say we get a 50 point price target with 2 minis. That's $2,000. So realistically, we need like what, like 45 points, maybe. No, in fact, we actually need 35 points. No, 30 points. Wait, actually no. 40 points. Okay, so realistically, guys, what we need for 2 days straight for man can do no, I mean it's shut up, bro. Anyways, guys, all we need for 2 days straight is 2 winning trades that simply hit 40 points. And usually you guys know we hit 40 points. It's not the end of the, you know what I mean? It's not fucking mission impossible. You know what I mean? So I'm sure we could do it. So all we need is for 2 days straight, starting Monday, we size 2 minis. I don't know how many accounts it will take because obviously we're going to be sizing pretty heavy. And if we take a loss, you know what I mean, it'll be a pretty heavy loss due to the 2 minis. So we'll be losing about $800 per trade. All right, guys. How many accounts do I usually take? Well, it's on the screen. Well, usually I take 10, but we're doing evals, so I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to pass it like that. All right. So yeah. So my plan is to get funded on Topstep on 5 accounts by Tuesday night. Starting Wednesday, we make a whole new risk management plan, and we work towards that leaderboard. All right. I think we could do it. I definitely think we could do it. And yeah, we'll see how we go. How much are you gonna do for the fresh PA? The usual, maybe like 7 contracts. We work our way up, and that's about it. All right. So, guys, the way I'm gonna be doing it is it will be through Topstep X. So instead of me screen sharing my my trading view. My bad. You guys know Topstep X has trading view built into the website, right? So you guys will pretty much see when I enter my contracts, when I'm hovering over the buy button, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. So that's a done deal. All right. I'm pretty sure you guys had more than enough information with my P&L and trading view on the screen, but I feel like Topstep X will be a lot better if I, you know what I mean, if I screen share that completely. All right. And Topstep is fire. It's the concept is good. It's just the fills I've heard are really, really bad. Really bad. There's slippage, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully that does not mess us up. It probably will, but let's kind of hope for the best here. All right. So realistically, guys, all we need starting Monday is 240-point trades. That is all we need. All right. No trims, no nothing. It's either stop loss or price target. All right. I'll only be looking at the most perfect setups. If I'm even just barely questioning the how the volume is looking, I will not be taking it. All right, guys, because I'm actually very serious about hitting on this, like getting on the leaderboard. All right, because guys, if we can get on that leaderboard, the amount of credibility that we can put on in the server is insane. I'm sure we have more than enough, like the reviews and what you guys say and all the payouts that we do, and what the my trade rate just froze. Okay, well there we go. I guess some type of news came out. But on back to what we were talking about, I think we can really hit that leaderboard. All right, guys. And if not, I mean, we can still get payouts. All right, because for those that don't know with Topstep, the way it works, and don't worry, guys. For those wondering, yes, I'll still be trading my Apex. It's what makes me the most money. Because obviously it's 10 accounts, but I'll just have Apex on my second monitor, and I'll have Topstep on my main monitor. So what you guys are seeing right now will be my Topstep X screen. All right, guys. So yeah. So I'm pretty excited. Now, once again, guys, our goal is not to pass these evals first try. All right, I don't care. I don't really care if I fail it 2 or 3 times. It happens. All right, it happens. All we need is 2 winning trades, and then we're back to the normal sizing, the normal everything, and we start getting those payouts. All right, for the people that don't know, the way Topstep works is it doesn't have a trading drawdown, so we don't have to worry about that, right? And not only that, but you guys can request a payout every single week. All right, and you guys know we have been on these crazy streaks where we go on for a whole week making definitely more than $200. All right, and the way it works is with Topstep. When you make more than $200 for 5 days consecutively, that's when you guys can request 50% of whatever you guys have made in the account so far. All right, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and I'm actually hoping to make more of a YouTube series behind it where I take nothing to something. You know what I mean? No, not consecutive. It's consecutive in a row, non-consecutive. My bad. My bad. It's just is it still Tradevate? No, we're using Topstep X because my Tradevate I need it for my Apex. All right, so I'll be trading 2 firms at the same time, guys. All right. Now, if you see me all over the place on Monday, ignore it. Give me like a few days to kind of get used to me trading on a whole new broker. Because I've only used Topstep X maybe for like a little bit, so I'm not super used to it. But yeah, how many accounts will I be buying? 5. I'll be copy trading 5 accounts. Does anyone in here consider doing this with him? I mean, a lot of people actually. Yeah. Because I mean, realistically, I'm kind of just going back to square one. So I'll be on a new account with regular sizing, regular everything. Brother, sure you already sent an Apex on? I kind of have those as reserves. I've told you guys that in the past like a million times. So if anything were to happen with my main 10 accounts, I don't have to go through the eval phase again. I don't have to do any of that. I could just start on the other 10. Um, and like I said, I want to start trading multiple firms. I want to go over to Topstep. I want to try it out. I want to see how it goes, and we go from there. Is anyone in here considering? Well, bro, I hope you don't expect me to be blowing up 100+ accounts. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll blow up like 1 or 2 if the markets are against us. But like I said, all we need is 2 40-point trades, which shouldn't be an issue. All right, and then we will be back to fund this, and then you know what I mean. That's how I go. That's how we go from there. Can you copy trade with TradeView directly on TradingView? You cannot. No, you can't. You can't. You can't. Do you see any potential setups right now? No. No setups. No setups. The only liquidity that we took was this one up here, and the news that we had at 10 a.m. came out bullish, which is why we pushed up. So far we're kind of still waiting on a bias, and we don't have anything in the market just yet. All right, guys. Are you gonna copy trade all 5 accounts? Of course. Yeah. Of course. Now the good thing with Topstep X is I don't have to be doing the math behind copy trading. because they don't have that. They don't have that. Oh, you have to multiply it by X amount of accounts, right? If you take 10 micros on one account, it will just do it on the rest. All right. So that's one good thing about Topstep X. I don't know why Tradevate doesn't do that, but we'll see. Now I'm excited, guys, because I really want to get on that leaderboard. And I'm curious. I want to see how we can work around the weekly payouts. All right, because you guys know usually I go for 1 month payout, one payout every month. But it's a big payout. All right, so we'll be having both big payouts every single month, and we try to aim for weekly payouts, if not payouts every 2 weeks. All right, so I'm excited. I'm excited. It will just add more to the income, and since I'll be doing it all live, you guys can follow along as well. All right. About that, for streams, we have to multiply that as well? No, 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 no. With Topstep X, not at all, not at all. They actually thought about that, and why not 20 accounts? I don't like doing 20 accounts. Now, for me, that's a little bit too much. So that's why I said on Monday, if you see me all over the place with both Topstep and Tradevate, just ignore that for a little bit. It's just me getting used to that many accounts. It's just me getting used to trading on two different firms at the same time. All right. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, but I'm sure we could do it. I'm sure we could do it for sure. Does your strat work on other assets? Yeah, it mainly works on gold. I see a lot of you guys trading gold with a strat, and it does work really, really good. You'll see me trading, guys. Yeah, I'm not changing anything. I'm just adding another firm to when I'm trading. I'm not changing my strategy. I'm not changing anything. Yes, I will copy sheet all 5 accounts. I did say it. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, like Homer said, I'll be alerting on 2 Discords. I'll be live trading on 2 platforms, on both Discord and YouTube, and I'll be trading 2 different platforms. I don't know what I do to myself sometimes, but I feel like I could do it, bro. And not only that, but I have to catch up with the chat and sometimes I do a lot to myself, bro. Nah, but I can handle it. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, literally. Okay, you guys see what charts are sent right here? You guys see how it tells you where you entered at right here, and when you set your take profits, it tells you how much exactly you're gonna make. Right? What I'm gonna be doing for the evals is I'm gonna be having specific price targets to where it says, hold on, there we go, to where it says 1,500, and I'm just simply gonna be targeting that with no trims, no nothing, for only the evals. All right, guys, and that's about it. All right, so realistically, all we need is about 2 37-point trades. I would say 37-point trades. So yeah, we can go from there. Does chat work on? Well, I don't know about that. That's Forex. Forex is a little bit different. I'll be trading M and Q. So yeah. Where can I buy a Topstep account? Well, on Topstep. So 2 37-point trades, sizing heavy. Exactly. No trims, no nothing. It's either price target or stop loss. All right. So we'll be able to lose 4 trades in a row before we blow up the accounts, or we can win 2 trades in a row and pass the accounts. That is currently what I'm aiming for. So I'm looking for a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. Is yours still on Topstep? I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you have an affiliate code? No, I am not affiliated with Topstep. What will be your sizing for Topstep? 2 minis for the combine, and then for XFAs, I'll be back to like 7 micros. What do you think of this high as drawn liquidity? Well, we kind of already took it out down here, but we can see how we can take it out up here. Now, news did come up pretty bullish, so that's why we're kind of shooting up higher here. Setup wise though, I don't really see anything here in the market that's really catching my eye to take a position. So yeah. But I'm excited, guys. I'm really, really excited. How many trades each day? Just one. Just one. 15-minute fair value gap? No, there's nothing there. We're forming one here in a way, but not much we can really work with here. How come Topstep says its max position size is 5 contracts? Well, that's 5 minis or 50 micros. Either way, we're not gonna be doing that much. Are you gonna have tight stop losses? The usual, the usual. So if we're looking for a 37 point, if anything, I'll do a 1-to-1 instead of doing 1-to-2 risk reward. I'll do 1-to-1 risk reward. So we risk 30 points and we try to aim for 37 points around there. I think that's pretty fair. And then we'll see how many accounts it takes for us to really pass it. Because obviously, if the market is against us, then it can get a little bit ugly. But I feel like we could do it fairly quick. Is OPEX today? No, good question. It was actually last week. I was thinking the same thing, but no, it was last week. Anyways, guys. So one thing I will say, chart talk, is so guys, since we weren't able to really hold down this DOL sweep right here, we tried sweeping it, didn't really work out. We're right back above it. I'm gonna try to look for a continuation model if we can get it in time. And I'm gonna, because obviously we're more than likely gonna have room for higher. And we have the buying pressure kicking in. So the real question is can we hold down this 5 minute bullish fair value gap to see if we can get a retracement into this with a pretty nice bounce off of it, right, into these price targets above. All right, that is the current game plan right now. All right, so we'll see what we can work here. But yeah, I will be looking for a continuation model off this fair value gap into higher. And I don't think there is anything else to really take here. Yeah, no, nothing, definitely nothing here. All right, so hopefully we were able to see a retracement into like into 355 before we see 416 and up. And yeah, we can just go from there. And then ES has the same exact model right about here. Beautiful. Watch it close after you mention it. It probably will. It probably will. Knowing my luck, probably. No, guys. I won't be trading anything else. I already told you guys. All I'm gonna be doing is just adding another firm to my trading. I'm not. I'm still gonna be trading in Q. I'm still gonna be trading my same strat. After I pass the combines, I'll still be using the same risk reward, everything. I'm not changing a single thing. I don't want you guys to get that idea. All right. It's just I'm just trying to get on the leaderboard for a different firm, as I kind of want to challenge myself. I know I could do it for sure. Um. So yeah. So my goal for this upcoming month is pretty much just try to get on that leaderboard. I feel like I could do it. Not my goal is not to do it quick, it's just to get on there. I want my name to be on the top 10 paid out traders for the month. So yeah. Now we are shooting a little bit higher up here, so maybe we see the price target before anything. I'm hoping we kind of don't, but like I said, the buying pressure is kicking in really strong. So there's two things that I don't want to happen. I don't want us to hit the price target just yet, and I also really want sellers to step in to get the retracement. So yeah, this is the current setup that we're gonna be looking at for today, guys. Bro, how much gets you to the top 10 payouts? Good question. How much is it? Because I'm assuming. Um, is there a way to check the leaderboard? Let me check. Topstep. It should be on their Discord, no? Let me see. How do you check the Topstep leaderboard? I think they do it on like their Twitter or something. They probably put it out there. But I think like the usual monthly payout for the, I don't know. I feel like 50K is enough to get on there for the month. Making 50K in a month is crazy. You know what I mean? Wait, Topstep has a daily loss limit? I thought they took that out. No, it's fair for combines or for evals. I mean for XFAs. No, I'm pretty sure they don't. I heard that they removed it. Yeah, not on Topstep X. Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that they removed it. Yeah, you can add it if you want. Yeah, the risk management rules. Yep, you could choose it. Yeah, exactly. That's that. I figured that. How's the second trade play out yesterday? Unfortunately, it didn't end up playing out. I ended up bag holding it, but see, one of the best traders, Dakota took 2 mil, but he's on a live account. Hey, Dakota got a $2 million payout. How come I haven't seen that anywhere? The subscribers not have drawdowns? They do, of course they do. It's a prop firm. It's a. I'm pretty sure it's a $2,000 drawdown. All right, so the fair value gap finally closed here, guys. So, like I said, all I'm looking to see here, guys, is to see if we can get a retracement into this gap, get about a 30-ish point bounce. We enter and we look to target this high up here, and then maybe even higher into this Asia high up here. Um, that'll be beautiful. That'll be beautiful. Now, I definitely do believe we do have room for higher. The trend right now is really, really bullish. Buyers are in a lot of control. We tried sweeping liquidity, didn't hold up, which leads us to believe that buyers are even more control than sellers are. And if we can't hold down one drawn liquidity, we're probably going to shoot up into the next one, which is going to be up here. All right, and that's why I'm looking to target this level up here. I just need more of a retracement so I can find a better entry. All right, and hopefully we don't get what happened yesterday where we missed the entry by 5 points and the trade ended up running over 200 points. All right, I'm not trying to deal with that. All right, guys, and then we have to deal with the PM session trades and yeah. All right, so hopefully today is a one and done deal, and we go from there. All right. PM, yeah, PM was pretty bad, and I'm pretty sure the PM session was really bad, mainly because we had Microsoft earnings yesterday. All right. It was Google and Microsoft. We had Microsoft as well. Or am I wrong? Was it Microsoft? I think Microsoft. Yeah, yeah. I got it. It's gonna miss a trip by 5 points. But do not say that, bro. For the love of God, do not say that. No, just Google. Oh, okay. I saw a few people talking about Microsoft. I thought it was that as well. I guess not. I guess not. Because Google doesn't usually have that much of an impact in the market. I mean, to be fair, the market didn't really move all that much after hours. But anyways, guys, we tapped into the fair value gap. So going forward, whenever we get a 30-point bounce, we can start looking for an entry. All right, let's see. Now, hopefully, we're able to hold up this fair value gap over here. But depending on wherever we bounce from, let's say we bounce from literally where we're bouncing from right now, we would have to find an entry. Oh, that's a little bit too high. Not gonna lie, because it'll be a 1-to-1 risk reward. Okay, I'll take it, honestly. There you go. All right, let me kind of type up this alert real quick. Let me see if I can start looking for some longs soon, guys. Let's take a picture of this real quick. All right, guys, I'm in longs. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna set my stop loss at the candle low, so sell 10 stop. I got filled at 19,386. All right, bet. I put. Oh, I was about to say I thought I put out the wrong alert. All right, but yeah, guys, I want to see how this fair value gap actually holds up. We are getting the 30-point bounce, which is what I wanted to see. Now the main question is can we see these highs up here? All right, guys, that is what I'm mainly targeting. Now, as long as we hold up this bullish fair value gap, I will gladly re-enter. If something bad were to happen, I will gladly re-enter. All right, guys. Or what we could do is we can always move our stop loss a little bit lower, because we're probably gonna be using this fair value gap as a re-entry either way. So if anything, I'm gonna move my stop loss down to 344. I feel like that'll be more reasonable instead of finding a re-entry. So yeah, I'll do 344. Hold on. I moved my stop loss to 19,344. Stop loss to 344. There you go. I want to see how this fair value gap actually holds down here. But yeah. All right, there you go. Okay. Now, if you guys didn't find an entry off of this bounce up here, you guys can definitely try to find one here if this candle is able to hold green. But it seems like the sellers are way too strong. Yeah, I got stopped out there. I got stopped out. Sellers seem like they're way too strong on this. So yeah, that couldn't hold up. So I got stopped out on that one, guys. Let me put it out real quick. Why did sellers pick up so quick? Yeah, the 15-minute isn't holding up either. Let me see how this holds down real quick. Hold up. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. That's weird how we shot up and we pulled back down. Let me see. You know, sellers are gaining control kind of. I'm not going to say out of nowhere, but that's weird how we didn't even take how we're trying to reverse without even taking this DOL when this one could even hold down. Yeah, no, sellers are taking a lot of control here. Damn, okay. So I guess the DOL sweep is working out here, although couldn't really hold up here. Damn, okay. Oh yeah, I got stopped out of that one fair and square. Yeah. Imagine we took the inverse. Well, now there was nothing to really take off this inverse here. To be honest. But yeah, damn, we're shooting down quick. I'm not sure why. Damn. Yeah, my bad on that one, guys. Yeah, I got screwed up on that one. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, we're shooting down hard. Damn. Yeah, ES is about to take out this London low. I'm just surprised we shot down before even taking out 416. I was not expecting that. That was the wrong read on my end there. China news? I don't think so. Let me see. Hold up. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. But yeah, no, we're shooting that. We shot down into this London low here. Now the question is do we reverse now that we take out this London low, or do we continue lower since NQ never took that out? I'm gonna see. But yeah, I'm actually surprised this one didn't hold down. I mean, hold up. Orders are very laggy on TradeAvit today. I got a pretty good feel. Yeah. But yeah, now I'm not gonna switch my bias to bearish just yet. I mean, I don't really now that ES also took out this London low. I mean, I don't know why we sold off that hard though. That's the thing. Um, but all right, we'll see. We'll see for sure. All right, I want to see how ES is able to react since ES does seem like it's the one that's leading. Now that we took out guys, now that we took out this London low, I want to see how it reacts off of this low. Because if buyers start picking up again, we can pretty much just look for an inverse off this bearish one into the same high that we were looking for above. And I guess that will still work out in a way because I'm still bullish in a way. We haven't broken any lower lows, in fact. So technically the bias is still pretty bullish. It's just just wasn't able to hold up. Surprisingly, actually, we got the 30-point bounce. We had everything. It looked pretty good, but I guess not. I guess not. But we'll see how this Fair Value Cup holds down. Depending on whatever we do off of this Fair Value Cup, it'll give us the bias. I'm sure we can get another trade out of it. I'm just really surprised that we sold off really strong off this, and it wasn't because of news. Because I just checked, there's no news here, unless yeah, no news at all. So I guess it was just a really strong selling candle. It's just it caught me by surprise because, like I said, we never took out liquidity up here, so we kind of sold off of practically nothing here. ES never took it out. There's no fair value gaps anywhere. No points of rejections. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but wow. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna see how this reacts over here. Yeah, maybe NQ does want to take out that London low as well. We'll see. But yeah, with the amount of students coming in, we're probably gonna see this London low down here. I'm surprised we haven't broken any lower lows though. All right, let's see. This candle's about to close in the next 2 minutes. I want to see what type of reaction we get off of this gap. Um, yeah, it seems like NQ does definitely want lower into that London low for sure. Now that ES took it, but we'll see. We're probably gonna take out that London low before we take out this gap over here before we retrace into it. I just wasn't expecting the trend to flip bearish so quick like that at all. Let's see if we can get a retracement. Maybe we can get a trade into that London low. It wouldn't be too bad of an idea. It's just wow that actually got me really surprised. Frank, at the time we never took out buy side. Well, we took it out, but we never swept it. we weren't showing strength into into this direction at all until we entered. Are you gonna make the announcements with the details on of how you're gonna do the funded challenge? Yeah, I will. I will. Remember, I'm starting it Monday. So Monday, the screen share will be different. The screen share will be on Topstep instead of Trading View. All right, but let's see. We're about to get. Right now, we're trying to get a dual sweep off of this London low. I want to see if NQ wants it instead. But let's see. Because technically, once again, guys, we still have room for higher. I'm still not sure why we inverse this gap here, but yeah, we definitely have room for higher into 524. And now that ES took out this London low down here, since it is leading, it's really making me believe that we can definitely see an inverse off of this up here. But at the same time, it also has me questioning: do we want to see this London low on NQ? You get what I'm saying, guys? So let's see. Let's see what we can do here. All right, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what the market wants to do. So far, it does definitely look a little bit more bearish than bullish, but technically the charts are lining up bullish. Especially now with ES taking out this London low down here, it would make the most sense now that we finally take out this level of liquidity and we you know what I mean? We just go into it. That's what we wanted to do in the first place, but I guess I didn't want to do it at the time. But let's see if we can even get a retracement in the first place, whether it's longs or shorts. Yeah, so far, it seems like we want lower. ES is breaking these lows, so it seems like the dual sweep is not even going to hold up for now. At least on ES. I don't know about maybe we're shooting lower because of NQ, since it never took out that level. But let's see. So far, it's kind of just like indecisive. The problem behind this, guys, is it's just gonna be hard to know what the bias wants to be because now that ES took out, like I said, now that ES took out this liquidity, we don't know if if ES is the one that's leading and it wants to sweep an inverse fair value gap, or if NQ is pulling back into this fair value gap, gets a rejection and wants to go lower into that London low. We don't know what it wants to do. Now that's the issue right now, guys. Because if NQ took out the London low as well, then I would know obviously it will be pretty bullish. I mean, it will make the most sense to be bullish. But now it's where it's a 50-50. It is a 50-50 because if ES wants to lead, then we'll pretty much get an inverse off this into this high up here. But on NQ, on the other hand, we never took it out. So we're probably going to get a retracement into the gap plus a rejection into that London low. That's the problem, guys. That's the problem here. So we're pretty much stuck to a pretty much a 50-50. And we don't have that much strength, so we don't know which direction is in control. You know what I mean? Because you're getting red to green, green to red. It's hard to read here. It's definitely a hard read here. But we'll see. We'll see. so far we're about to get the retracement, so whatever happens, we can work off of it for sure. Um, but if I were to say anything, I would. I don't know what to tell you guys with this one because it's a 50-50. I can't really tell you guys if I'm bullish or bearish because once again, I don't know what's leading. One swept it, one didn't. I don't know if it wants to go lower into it. I can't really tell you guys. All right. But so far we are inside of this fair value gap. So let's see if we can manage to get a rejection. Now, if we inverse the fair value gap, I would not have an issue re-entering NQ longs. But for now, I'm pretty much sticking to a bearish bias. Just mainly because I want to target that this London low down here. And then I'll probably target a little bit lower, like into down here for just for an extra price target here for like, let me see, 19,122, 0.75. But like I said, guys, if buyers do end up picking up here and inversing this fair value gap, it would make sense because obviously ES kind of took out the drawn liquidity. You know what I mean? Down here. So it would make sense for us why we sold off and took it out and now we're reversing. But the only issue is we don't know if he wants to shoot down into his London low. I mean, I'll trade into it. It would just be pretty risky since it's a 50-50 here. So obviously, if you guys do want to take it, if it ends up playing out, then make sure you guys know what you guys are risking. You know what I mean? But so far, it does seem like we are getting more of a rejection here on both ES and NQ. So maybe we do want to shoot into his London low. I'm not too sure. I would need the market to kind of tell me more, just so I know. Yeah, if we can manage to get a pretty good sell-off, it would just tell me that sellers are a little bit more aggressive and they might want to shoot it down to his London low. If we don't get that, then I'll just look for an inverse off here, which will make sense because once again, ES took out this London low down here with it sweeping pretty much. All right, guys. So let's see what we can cook up here. It's a little bit indecisive here. We'll see. I'll give it some time. I'll give it some time before I should give you guys an entry. Now, I'm really hoping I can stick more to my long bias because I feel like there's more room towards higher than lower here. But it's like the candles are flipping green, red, green, red. So like I said, it's literally a 50-50 right now. The market itself doesn't even know what it wants to do. But if we do get some selling picking up here, then I guess I'll just look to target I don't know. I just need more time behind this. Because with these doji candles, I can't really work with much here. Let me check out ES real quick. And ES is not really showing that much buying interest. Definitely not as much as NQ is. Let's see what happens with time pretty much. NQ seems to be shooting higher, so I'm actually hoping a little bit more for an inverse off here. So I'm open to both longs and shorts, depending or either or, depending on whichever direction has strength, because it's like I said, guys, it's the 50-50 pretty much with what happens, because with us taking out this liquidity, it just makes it really hard for us to get a read here. Yeah, NQ is definitely showing a lot more interest in buying than ES is. ES is kind of just like frozen here. Although ES should be the one that's really leading the market because obviously it was the one that was leading it to the downside here. But we'll see. So far, we are in the midpoint of this gap here. So depending on if we reject here or not, I'll be bullish. I'll just look to re-enter longs if this can't hold up. But from the looks of it, yeah, I mean, buyers are picking up. So the longs will make definitely more sense here. It's just the thing is ES is not picking up. Not as much, at least. Not as much. And this next kind of opened up. Let's see what we do off of it. Keep in mind, guys, we are still in the midpoint of this fair value gap, so either or can kind of happen. Obviously, we are more than likely leaning more towards bullish because obviously buyers are stepping in and ES took out this London low. But if sellers do pick up with a lot of strength, then we can definitely take some shorts into this London low here for a scalp on NQ. But with the buying pressure kicking in and everything, longs definitely look a lot more reasonable here. So we'll see. It's as long as ES is able to get this inverse off of this fair value gap, we should be good. All right, because obviously that's the whole reason we're looking for longs in the first place. All right, ES took out this London low, inversing this gap. We have room for higher. We just take the same exact setup on NQ. All right, guys. So let's see how this actually ends up holding up. All right, and with this one, I'm gonna be playing with a 30-point stop if we do take it, which you probably will. So yeah, 30-point stop. But let's see. We're about to, we just finished getting the inverse here on NQ here. Now I don't want to take anything until ES actually confirms the sweep here. I mean the fill, which we're about to get very, very soon. So let's see if this is actually able to hold up here. Keep in mind, guys, ES has not swept. I mean, inverse this just yet. So I'm waiting for that candle break above it. Once we get that, then we'll be good to go. But yeah, I mean, it would make longs definitely do make a lot more sense in a way. The question is can we actually hold it, or do we just fake out the gap and completely just chop out? Let's see. We're about to get a fill here soon. It seems like buyers are picking up once again. So, hey guys, have your finger over the buy button, just in case we, once we get the buying pressure to really, really kick in here. I wouldn't say we reject. There's no way we reject after we fill the fair value gap. Now that'll be crazy. You know what I mean? That really wouldn't make any sense. Because once again, we do have room for higher. We swept the DOL here. We're pretty much inversing the fair value gap. There's no way we reject now and go into this London low down here. If that happens, I really wouldn't know what to tell you guys. But we'll see. I'm gonna give it some time here, and we'll see how we go from there. Now, ES on the other hand is holding up pretty well, so it seems like ES might be taking a little bit more control over on the buyers, more than NQ is. That's for sure. But we'll see. This candle's about to close in 2 minutes, so we have some time to work with here, as long as we're able to get this inverse. All right, yeah, ES is picking up here. NQ, on the other hand, kind of just holding down a little bit. Kind of like the market is freezing up here. But let's see. All right, bouncing back up, guys. So start paying attention here. ES just tapped above the fair value gap, which is a very, very good sign. The question is can we hold above it? That'll pretty much tell us that we're gonna go into the DOL above. Let's see, there it is. Now can NQ hold above it now? Because NQ is starting to get a little bit weaker. So we just need that extra buyers, that extra buying pressure to really kick in. All right, this next candle opened up. Let's see what we can do off of it. I would say a red to green will be our entry in a way, because that will just show that buyers gain that control back in this candle. So far, it is getting slow above this inverse. That is not something I want to see for us to take this trade. So fingers crossed, buyers are able to hold up very, very soon and just flip this candle from red to green, and then we enter. And then we just target this high up here and then this high up here. Let me add 145 real quick. I mean 405. All right, we're about to get this flip here, which is what we want to see, but we need that candle to be green above this high up here. All right, there it is. Now, can we? I'll start looking for an entry above like 362. That'll just break that high up there, which would be nice. We're about to get it here on NQ. There it is. It's just buyers are struggling to break above this. It's like they're getting weak around this area. Yeah, look at that. Back to red. Yeah, so far still nothing, guys. See, we're trying to get another bounce here. It's because once again, guys, everything is lining up bullish. It's just I'm not too sure why we're slowing down here. I'm really not. Coincidentally, we're slowing down at the entry point. We just need, as long as ES is able to hold above it, we should be good. But so far, it is a little bit slow. 5 minute for value up? Yeah, I see it. I see it. Don't worry. I see it right here. I just want to make sure that we get a hold above this inverse. Because I don't want to be taking a fair value gap inside of a fair value gap. Let's see if we can flip this one more time. Maybe this is the push that we want to see instead. I don't know. It's just getting really slow around this area. I just want to see a good breakout above 362. Yeah, we're holding the buyers there. Hopefully this candle is able to close above in the next 30 seconds. Or just give us the extra confirmation. Am I getting the month? Yeah, I am. Let's see, we're bouncing up again. I'm surprised it's taking this long for an entry. It normally doesn't, but all right, there's the red to green one last time. Now, can we actually hold it? It's a real question. All right, this next candle opened up. All right, let's see one more time, I guess. Oh, and right back down we go. Bro, this market is slow. Yeah. Bro, slow ass market, bro. I'm just waiting for that seller weakness and just buyers to push us up above 362, but so far nothing. I'm about to fall asleep looking at these charts, bro. Dude, guys, I'm actually falling asleep looking at these charts, bro. It's literally frozen, bro. that's why I'm so quiet right now. Like, there's really nothing to say. I think I've said it like a million times on what I'm looking for, so I'm sure you guys get the memo. But now it's just waiting for the entry, but it's so slow. All right, another red to green candle here. Can we hold it? Psh, damn, bro, things slow as hell, bro. I just want to see us break above this high so I can take it. ES is already breaking out. It's already showing the buying pressure that we want to see. It's just NQ is just there. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just doing nothing. No, I'm here, bro. I'm here. I just have nothing to talk about in the market when we've been stuck in the same range for the last 20 minutes. If we go, guys, if we go below like 310, I'm coming back later. I'll just come back PM session. If we go below 310. But I'm good, bro. I'm just trying to do my job here, bro. Just relax. I'm just not talking because I'm waiting for this to play out. I did, bro. I sent it in the chat. I did. But yeah, guys, if we go below 310 and we don't hold up anything in the form of buyers, I'm just gonna come back PM session if it looks better. Yeah, I'm not taking this. Yeah, no, this is way too choppy, guys. This is way too slow, way too choppy. Look at the 15-minute. Man, hopefully the PM session is not like yesterday though. That's all I asked for. Hopefully the PM session is not like yesterday. Yeah, no trades from me with this off this setup. I'm not, bro. I'm not. I'm chill, bro. Relax. You guys gotta relax, guys. I'm just trying to do my job here. But yeah, if anything, guys, I'm gonna come back PM session because right now it's looking way too choppy. And nothing's holding up too well. All right, guys. Yeah, giant barco on the 50. Yeah, no, it's way too much here. Yeah. If anything, guys, I'll come back in the PM session. I feel like hopefully it'll be better. Hopefully, because this setup right here, I was looking to take longs above 362, but it's like we tapped into it like 4 times and literally nothing happened. You're just not talking. I mean, bro, I repeated the setup like 30 times as to what I thought would happen, and it just chopped up for 30 minutes straight. I can't really do anything. You know what I mean? After a while, I'm sure you guys get the memo. I was just watching TikTok. I don't know if you guys heard it. I'm sure YouTube heard it. I just have my phone really, really low. Yeah, exactly. What am I supposed to say in this market? It's just stuck there. But yeah. If anything, guys, I'll be back in the PM session. I feel like this AM is not really worth trading that much. Dude stops talking and everyone thinks he's stressed. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm just waiting here for a setup. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll be back later for sure. Later, as long as the market picks up. If it chops up, then obviously I'm not gonna take it. But whenever we get a setup, I'll get on live. There's no specific time. It's just this right here. You know what I mean? Now we're trading, in my opinion. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll be back later. If I do see something, I'll put it out in the chat, and then I'll get on live, and we'll take it together. All right, guys. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. And YouTube, hopefully you guys are able to enjoy the stream. I might go live for the PM session later. I do want to give you guys a winning trade. It's just right now the markets are not working out. This thing is slow as hell. All right, guys. So I'm not trying to get caught up in any trade right now. I don't like it at all. But yeah, I'll be back later. I'll probably do a live on YouTube if OBS allows me. Sometimes it glitches out. But if you guys see me live later, I'll see you guys there. All right, guys. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday for the Topstep challenge where I want to get on that leaderboard. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys. Peace out.